Everyone, I am here to tell you right now that I have a bit of a problem. The problem is, because we had such a long drought on 22 long rifle, right when I first got my license to carry, I have a compulsion that pretty much every time I go in a store, if I see 22 ammo for a decent price, I want to buy some, even though I don't shoot it nearly as much as I buy it. So am I a hoarder? Am I just a person that needs to be on like one of those My Strange Addiction TV shows? Or is it normal to want to buy 22 every time I go to the store? Let's see what I got. So for starters, I bought a 525 round bulk pack of Remington Golden Bullet. And, you know, if you'd asked me 4 or 5 years ago if I'd ever shoot this stuff, I would have said no, because 4 or 5 years ago, this stuff was really terrible. And I think Remington has kind of respun their production lines quite a bit. I think they got bought out and they reopened. And since then, I've shot, I don't know, probably over 1,000 rounds of this stuff, and I've had really good luck with it. It's a little bit dirty because you get the gold-colored stuff all over your fingers, but it shoots really well. So Walmart sells this stuff $42 and change with tax. It's about $45. So that's about 8.5 cents a round. It's not the cheapest stuff that's out there, but I bought another box of that because I had shot some up and I wanted to replace it. Then I went to Cabela's and got a box of my favorite Aguila 22 Super Extra Hollow Point. This is $35 for 500 rounds, so this is just about 7 cents a round, like 7.1 cents a round after tax and everything like that. And I bought a couple of boxes of this stuff in the past few weeks just because they don't always have it in stock, and when they do, I like to buy a brick or two because that right now is my favorite 22 ammo. The other thing I got at a local shop, and I way overspent for this stuff, but I love these vintage boxes of 22, especially since this stuff is 22 short. So this is Federal High Power. If I was to guess, I would say these are probably from the late 70s, early 80s. I have no idea really though. 22 short cartridges. They're these little tiny cartridges. Not exactly sure what the velocity is on these. I'm not even sure if the box says, but it's funny. The box says, extreme range 1.25 miles, which a little bit optimistic, but boxes are cool. Federal cartridges, Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 701. So I only bought 2 boxes of these. They had about, I don't know, a dozen boxes of this stuff, but at $11 a box, I really didn't want to buy much of it. And then these old boxes of Remington Clean Bore 22 short, which I'm pretty sure Talflater Mouse may have done on his channel. These are lead round nose, obviously little tiny 22 cartridges. They're old enough to say U on the bottom, which is a carryover from the Remington UMC factory. So these are the great granddaddies, or the granddaddies of this stuff probably. But again, these are 22 shorts. Those were $11.99 a box. I have no idea when these were bought. Again, I think that's the lot number stamped on the bottom. But the boxes are really cool. And I actually will shoot this stuff. I like shooting 22 short out of my revolvers and out of my Henry lever action, because you can put a lot more rounds in a Henry lever action when you're using shorts. So it's a lot of fun to shoot. So yes, I may have a bit of a problem. I just have a compulsion to buy 22 long rifle ammo. I'm sure I probably have well over 30,000 rounds of this stuff. And the only way I can justify it is usually when I go to the range, I'll spend an hour or two and I'll blow through 500 or 650 or 700 or 800 rounds of this stuff when I go with my 1022s or my HK MP522 or something like that. So I do shoot a lot of 22 ammo. And again, the 22 short is not always available. So when I find some, I try to buy a couple boxes. And these are just super cool because they're vintage. So that's a quick update for me. The good thing is the prices are coming down. This stuff used to be around $45 or $50 a box at the height of the pandemic. It might have even been a little bit more than that. These have always been pretty good price since they came back out. $42 to $45 is about what you can expect to pay for 525 rounds of that. Again, it's not the best price out there. You can get a better deal if you either buy this Aguila stuff or if you buy the Federal In the blue box is the 325 rounds. They're about $25 for 325 rounds. So probably price-wise, they're almost the same. I think these are probably a little bit cheaper, but that's just another quick update from Cranky Gun Reviews. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. God bless America. Support your two-way rights. Get out there and shoot. Make sure to remind somebody, if they tell you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, that freedom is the greater good.